vibe right here. It's a vibe right here. It's a vibe right here.
Yeah.
Hey, coming to you guys on this football Sunday as my homie BJ. I don't know what you want me to call you on this thing, but I know you as BJ.
That'll work.
You know, you know something funny about your name being BJ. I said, I was talking to Wes yesterday, and I said, Wes, I'm gonna have LaBrian on tomorrow.
You know who you talking
He was
about?
like, LaBrian. I was like, yeah, LaBrian Davis is gonna be on the show tomorrow. You should come. He said, who is LaBrian Davis? I said, BJ. He's like, BJ? Is BJ a junior? I said, yeah, he a junior. You know, but it's so funny because, you know, you've been around people so long, you know, they don't even know your name. They just know what everybody call you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you introduced to them as that name and you that name. You know, but since it is football Sunday, you know, we watching a little football or what's leading up to football. And you can see that he came in today with that Commanders hat on. I don't even know what that's all about, but I can't hate because they got
team spirit.
Team spirit.
Team spirit. We need them.
They got the quarterback from LSU, Jaden Daniels, the Heisman Trophy winner. So I can't hate about that. I gotta support him because you know LSU is my team. But what made you a Commanders fan? Like, why you like Washington?
Well, my dad was a Commanders fan growing up until Carolina came around, and then he switched up. So it was kind of my thing to go against him at that point. We beefing.
You just had to enter your dad.
I just had my daddy at that moment and just said, I'm going to go ahead and stay. Had too much Washington gear to switch up.
So you were too cheap?
Too cheap to go to another team. So I'm going to stay. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's what's up, man.
But going back to when you said that nobody know my name, people would mispronounce my name most of the time.
Why you
pronounce it right.
Okay.
But a lot of people, LaBrian, LaBrian, all these other names, so I just get tired of it, BJ.
BJ.
That's it.
So when you was playing football, the guy on the announcer.
Davis.
Okay. I can imagine the guy up there saying LaBrian Davis, LaBrian Davis on the missed tackle.
BJ Davis.
You heard what I said, missed tackle, right?
Yeah, no, I heard it.
Yeah, missed tackle. Fourth and 2, me and you in the hole, BJ, who winning?
I'm going to win that.
Winning what?
You ain't coming through my hole.
What?
First off, y'all going to have to double team you already. I'm going to get the guard and the center.
They got a double team.
They're going to have to.
I'm going to just go the other way then.
Yeah, but you're going to have to hit that other linebacker. You won't come to my hole, though.
So
I'm going to pray that he going to do his job.
On all the teams you've been on, you saying my chances are better at hitting the other linebacker's hole?
Probably so.
Yeah.
Because I'm bringing it.
You bring it. I go to him, I got a high success rate.
Probably got a high success rate.
Now you know the other linebacker is your other homeboy, Brian Judd, on your team.
But he on the strong side.
He on the other side?
He on the strong side.
You ain't gonna sell him out like that.
I ain't sell him out. He on the strong side.
So who the weak linebacker I'm winning against?
We had Wasim or somebody like that.
Somebody
that wasn't cool.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
He was a little flat-footed.
Yeah, he couldn't get in there, get out of there.
Yeah, boy, good move. He was out of there.
Right.
Out the camera.
Yeah. Speaking of Judd, he got a race coming up. He told you about that?
Foot race.
A foot race.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Now, why two men that they work out, but they don't really work out with the competition that they started? Like, they lift weights.
Yeah.
They don't run.
Yeah. I'm just going to see who's going to make it the next day or so without the injury.
So I hear they got a bet, and whoever wins the bet, the other one buys them a bottle. Right?
I think I just buy a bottle.
I'm thinking of the Homeboy Hangout, buying both of them a bottle, no matter what,
And then watch them race.
And then watch them race.
After the
bottle. No, I'm going to let them, they go drink the bottle afterwards.
Because somebody going to get hurt. Somebody going to get hurt.
I want to kind of sponsor it, man. I told Judd, I said, man, let me follow, you and Shannon, get y'all on set at the same time and talk about it. And kind of bring some people around, 2 40-year-olds, 40 plus.
40
I
plus.
think he 50. I think Shannon 50.
Close to it.
Close to 50, and Judd body mass would be over 50 because the way, his pelvic girdle and all that junk was cracked up and he been built again. But
rebuilt.
You think we should have the EMS on hand for their race?
Somebody, a medical something. I don't care who it is. You just need somebody to help us carry him.
Somebody gonna pull a muscle.
Carry him, right.
Muscle or something, man.
Well, at least you got the golf cart.
Yeah, at least I got the golf
golf
cart. Yeah, you think? Yeah, we should probably have EMS on hand for that.
I'm gonna be there for that.
Yeah. So going back to Washington, how'd you feel when they changed their name from the Redskins to the Commanders?
I ain't like it at all.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all. I hated the fact that they felt like it had to be changed.
Right.
Then we went to these dumb names. But the only name before the Commanders, when we were the team, I actually liked it.
You like that?
I liked it. It was kind of gritty, the team. It gave me that leather hat feel.
Really?
That leather helmet feel. It gave us that kind of
How did it do that?
the team.
How did it do that? I don't know.
Because back before we had all these teams, a lot of these teams was just the name of the city.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. I liked the team.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah. The team. I think that's kind of crazy, BJ.
The team.
Nah, I can't.
We ain't even need no mascot. The team.
I mean, well, I'm a Dolphins fan, so you might as well call them the team, because we ain't been successful at other than
I thought this was going to be all year.
Yeah,
I thought this was going to be the year.
I thought so too.
You think y'all quarterback need to retire? Or you think he need to just give it a break?
Well, I think he need to do something else for somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, I like to see somebody like I know his name is hot right now, but somebody like Shedeur Sanders. You know, he come in the joint with some new freshness. But you got to build your team around your quarterback or around a player. Yeah. Every time Miami gets a really good player, they trade him off. You know, for a high dollar I ain't understood it. Like for years, they would get, before Brian Flores came, they were tanking games, he said or whatever. But for years, they have the best running back in the league, and then they trade him the next year for more money. So I'm not even sure that we want to win football games. I think they just want a dang
business deal.
Yeah. Make the money out. We're going to be competitive for a little while, then we get rid of him, and then we'll get somebody else to keep us competitive.
I like Shedeur. He just, would I trust him to take his own home? I don't think so.
Why not?
I just don't think. For one, he's not big enough.
He's a big boy.
You think he's 6'2"? But
I saw him and Tom Brady walking next to each other.
Tom Brady overtowered him though.
He
Tom
did.
Brady is
he
about
did. Tom
6'5".
Brady is huge. They don't come
right.
like that.
Right.
That much. I just like him because he's so smart.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's so smart. Yeah.
I just don't think physically I think he need to grow a little bit.
Well, he was sacked the most of any college quarterback.
Yeah.
And he didn't miss a game. He was still in there tough.
He won't go first round though.
You don't think he'll go first round?
I don't think he'll go first round.
BJ, he going first round.
You think so?
I think he going first round.
I've been reading. They were saying that they have no first round grade for him.
Wow. They've
been saying that, like ESPN, he got no first round grade.
Those are the haters though, BJ. I don't think that comes simply off his play.
Travis will go first round, but him, I just don't see it. I want him to, just so he can.
I think they both will go first round. I really want Jimmy Horn to go first round.
1 through 4.
He probably right. Depending on the need of whoever's got the 1 through 4 pick. Yeah, I wish Jimmy Horn could get picked. Yeah, I like that kid. His pops was locked up for a lot of his life. You know what I'm saying? And why people hate Dion, but he does a lot of good stuff for kids.
Yeah, he do.
For the young people. I don't dislike him. I like him, man.
Yeah.
But let's dig into you. Your Grimsley team.
Whirlies.
Grimsley Whirlies.
NC 2024 state champions.
In North Carolina.
Yes.
Because people everywhere gonna see this. They probably like, Grimsley, well, who that? But y'all got the #1 Gatorade player of the year, the quarterback? We kind of lucky. We got the #1 Gatorade player of the year right here in Greensboro. The other #1 player of the year right there in Reedsville.
And defensive.
Right. He's also the top basketball player. So I think this kind of area here, this is the hub for greatness. They need to come on down here.
North Carolina. Yeah. Period. Saying like.
Period. Right.
Is you want a good player, get him out of North Carolina.
Right. Yep. But your man at Grimsley, he's just a junior. I didn't know that. So now the question is, with all the NIL deals going on, you think he's going to stay?
I don't think he's going to stay. What I think is the Tennessee, he's going to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get him somewhere near Tennessee to groom him a little bit better, get him closer to the school. The boost, the fan, the boosters. Now, this is what I've been hearing.
Okay, spill it.
They're going to get him down there in Tennessee. And that's where he's going to be at.
Yeah, give me
to get his last year.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah, because he'll be closer to the school. They'll have him kind of familiar, a little bit more familiar with their system.
Right. If you get them down there at a school that's using the same system that they're using.
So yeah, I don't think that he will be returning next year.
Yeah, I hope he does.
I would love it.
I hope he doesn't do what the kid from Reedsville did. He left and went and played
And then came
for
back.
a few months at the other school, and then came back. He kind of, I guess it's good for him, but looking at it, he kind of tested the waters to see if I want to do this and do that or whatever. But big ups to both of those kids, man. I wish them all the success in the world. I'm surprised you ain't wear a Grimsley shirt in here. That's really what I was expecting.
A Grimsley shirt?
Yeah, you wear a Grimsley shirt in here. My high school, we had a rival high school. It was East and West. And we always thought like the West had the linemen we didn't have in the East, or vice versa. It was always something we was missing that they had, something they was missing that we had. But neither team was really ever awful. Both teams were always pretty good. So we used to talk back then about blending the two schools, and now they blended, but I don't think
one big school?
One big school, well, still one small school, because all the other private schools and charter schools that are popping up everywhere. But I don't think they get the support they need. So my question to you is, because you support Grimsley heavy. I mean, you was out there in the cold the other day. I was like, I ain't going, BJ. I'm not going. Who's Grimsley's rival here in town?
Well, it was Page. It's Page.
So that leads me to my next question. If Page and Grimsley
combined schools,
do you think it would be the same support as before, more or less?
More.
You think it would be more?
Page got a hell of a booster club.
Right.
And they got a hell of a support as far as like the kids. If you were to combine Grimsley with Page football, man.
It'd be out of this world.
We have a hell of a backup.
A hell of a backup.
We have a hell of a backup.
So what if you combine
now Dudley and Grimsley?
Right.
I think would run the state.
Would run the state if you combine.
If you combine those two schools.
You really don't have. They were kind of running it now. So if you combine them, though, it'll probably make Page better.
Well, yeah, because a lot of kids that probably wouldn't feel like they're gonna get a chance, they're gonna start going to Page.
They will go to Page.
Yeah.
Right.
They will go to Page.
Right. But I was talking to some people in the community one time, and they were like, Dudley and Page, it's a rivalry. But if you start working at Page, I'll never come support you.
Oh,
if you start working at, that's just how they were in the community. I was surprised to hear it because, I'm not from here. So I was like, really? Is it that tough around here? And they was like, yeah. I mean, he's my homie for a long time. He kind of stood on it like, yeah.
That's almost like B's and C's. They serious with it now. Don't ride through there on Spirit Week, like Page and the Spirit Week. You come there on some Grimsley. You know, you might get, back in our day, you might get fought on.
Yeah.
But now it's, it's a little bit more laid back. Back then, man, it was so bad. They were trying to pull up the anchors. They had the trucks, some kids with the 4-wheel drive, trying to pull the anchor up, spray painting the dang on the fields. Page would come dip red dye in our swimming pool. And
really?
Man, yeah, it got bad.
Wow.
It got bad.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
They was out there just burning a G in the middle of the field, Like they was crazy. It was there.
That was
a rivalry.
Like people said, that was the good old days, right?
Yeah. That's when all the games was only at Grimsley.
Oh.
For a long time.
All the games was only played at Grimsley?
They only played at Grimsley because it was a bigger stadium to hold more people. And it was always the news. It was just, it was the game.
But the other ones had stadiums. They just played at Grimsley because of the size.
Like Grimsley Page.
Right.
Like Grimsley Page game always went on at Grimsley.
Right.
Because it would hold the amount of students that was going to come.
Right.
Yeah. Like Page, you got bleachers on one side. So it's like quick to fill up. more people standing. So
Yeah.
it was something. It was something. Those were the good old days.
So after you left Page,
Grimsley.
after you left Grimsley, I did that on purpose. After you left Grimsley, where did life take you to then?
Well, life went and turned a little sideways for me.
It made a left turn instead
Yeah,
of a
made a
right?
left turn instead of a right. Man, hanging out, graduating, a little bit too much freedom. And had too much time on my hands, started hanging around in the hood a little bit.
Yeah.
And caught a charge.
What kind of charge?
First time catching a charge, I got an armed robbery.
BJ,
Attempted murder.
BJ, you got an armed robbery and attempted murder charge.
Yeah, man. Man, hanging around just...
Now, you're in high school,
Yeah.
good baseball player,
Yeah.
good football player, graduate high school.
I had a good school, but I had to come back home to the hood.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't real bad, but it was more of the other friends. You know, I had my school friends and I had my home friends. So
Yeah.
doing what I do in school, I do my schoolwork, play sports. But when I come back home, I had these guys that was carrying guns, that was selling drugs and banging and all of that. So, you know, I got caught up with that crowd after the school crowd.
So you jumped in there.
Jumped out there with them, messing around, and
I don't think you never told me. We ain't never really
Caught
talked about what you were charged with. Because I ain't, you my homie either way. I ain't never really
a
cared.
lot of people don't even know that I was locked up unless you knew me.
Right.
Growing up, but
I mean, you sitting over there with new glasses on, watching the commander hat on.
don't got old, got to wear these glasses now.
And 19-year-old BJ out there banging.
17.
17.
17-year-old.
Attempted murder
So
charge.
17 to 24. As I came home 2 weeks before I turned 25.
So you was locked up from the age of 17, which I think 17 in North Carolina is the legal age.
I was a juvenile when I committed the crime, but the way the system want to do you, they want to charge you as an adult, so they held me
Until you turned 18.
until I turned 18,
Right.
and then I was charged as an adult.
And you went away for 5 years.
Well, I had 5 to 7, but getting in trouble in prison, fighting and mess like that, I stretched it out to my total bid.
So you didn't drop it, like you didn't get locked up and was like, hey man, I need to change. You went in.
So I went in still, but I went in with the mindset of I'm gonna go ahead and do my time and get it over with, go back home, go to school, finish up stuff that I could, classes and do stuff, but it's kind of hard to be that quiet guy. You kind of got to go in and you got to stand your ground, and you will be tested.
People test you every day.
People gonna test you, and after a couple tests, you gotta, you kind of got to show them that I'm not one to test.
Right.
So you take the charges.
Yeah.
And you kind of fall into it. You kind of fall out with people. Just simple stuff. You might step on a shoe or something.
Yeah.
Dude ready to fight.
Cause you still, well, that's
You
I
don't
guess
step on
that's
the
all
shoe. So
yeah, and there's your shoes, especially they new and clean.
yeah. So I mean, but you gotta defend yourself. So you really,
Wow.
it's hard to kind of be quiet in there.
Yeah, like you say, man, looking at you now, talking to you, all the stuff that we done together, unless you told somebody,
You
what
never
you've been
know,
through.
right?
And I think people like yourself need to tell their story more, because a lot of times kids mess up and they feel like it ain't nothing else for them to do. And then they judge throughout the whole world if anybody know their story or whatever, man. But yeah, I'm proud of you for getting in there. What's the crazy? Not getting in there, but getting in and getting out.
in and get out. Yeah.
Yeah, what's tell me something crazy you seen in there, like the crazy stuff.
Man.
You know how they say somebody dropped the soap in and that stuff really happened?
Yeah, it kind of happens, but it's not like one of those like.
It happened to you?
Constant, nah, hell nah. No, hell no. So it's like you got some guys that come in there that's super macho, want everybody to kind of fear them. You got some guys that's kind of laid back, but then you got some of those guys that's kind of scary.
Right.
They kind of need somebody to depend on. So I guess the people who do that kind of stuff, they look for that. So one of the stories that I got is the guy that I rode there with on the bus when I left the county jail to go to prison. We kind of got cool, little white guy, got cool and talked. We actually had the same name.
Right.
So we got cool and got all the way to the yard together, got to prison. So I had to leave when I turned 18 and go across the street to a class called DART they sent you to. So I went to DART, 3-week class. I come back, same dude, I'm looking for my little homeboy. He gay as hell.
In three weeks.
3 weeks.
So you think he already had those
He might
tendencies?
already had those tendencies, but I don't know what the fuck happened. 3 weeks.
In
I
3
came
weeks.
back, he had lipstick on.
In 3 weeks he had lipstick
3
on.
weeks, he had lipstick on.
Do you know if he made it out or not?
I have no clue. I lost contact. Like, at that point, shit, you lost to the sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Was you kind of like, I can't really hang with you no more here?
Yeah, boy, you know. Shit, like, I don't even, I'm fresh in there. I ain't been in there but about 2-3 months. You know,
Right.
I don't really know the rules, but I know not that.
Right.
You know, I ain't gonna be hanging with you.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. So
I mean,
the stuff
it's
they show on TV is
some of that stuff, like I said, that was at a youth spread. And at an adult spread, the craziest thing I probably seen was I'm getting ready to walk to the shower and I hear something that sound like they playing basketball in there. And dude getting manhandled. So I turn around, going back to my bunk, act like I ain't see it.
and when you say manhandle,
Yeah.
what do you mean manhandle?
Manhandled.
Oh, he got
Like, yeah, he was getting raped.
Oh man.
I don't even know if it was rape. I don't know what it was. I ain't hear no screaming. I just heard the feet sliding. But,
So you just turn around and go back to
you
your
turn
bunk.
around, mind your business. You mind your business. You see and don't see.
Right, because if you said something,
Then they would have known who told.
and you brought heat on you.
Yeah, then they would have been looking at me like a rat. So it's like,
Right.
you see, you don't see. When you wait for them to get out, you go on and take your turn to go on in. So yeah, it's just, little stuff like that, man. It be the guys who kind of weak, you know what I'm saying? Like small guys.
Right.
A lot of white guys, they was doing it too. Just people that was kind of weak-minded, that didn't really have nobody to like talk to or fend for.
Right.
But yeah, it happened not so often like it do on TV.
TV, because they show it like
Yeah,
TV is like
that's
that
just
happen every
something
day.
that
Like
you can't go
that's
to
a
sleep
part
on.
of.
Nah, man. Most of the time, if it happened, it was something that maybe the dude owed him some money or something. So
Right.
they like shit. Either you pay me or I'm gonna take it. Something like that. It wasn't just you drop the soap. It's going.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't drop the damn soap. Ain't nobody. They know who to mess with.
Wait a minute, finish that story. You done dropped the soap. Make
No,
sure
I mean,
but make
you
sure
know how they
everybody
say,
clear that you ain't.
No, I don't drop the soap on some shit like I'm gonna pick my motherfucking soap up and I'm probably in there by myself anyway. Ain't nobody
Right.
in there, but it ain't bad like that. It ain't no privacy, but certain times when you can go take a shower where ain't nobody gonna be in there.
Right.
I had a kind of job where I was a janitor, so when everybody else went to work, I was still in the building.
So you could take a
I'll
shower.
clean the shower first, and then I'll get in it. So I had a clean shower.
See, and the way it come off on TV, like everybody got a shower at the same time.
hell no.
Everybody got to go to the yard at the same time.
The showers are open from the time you wake up to the time you pretty much go to sleep. Or the yard is open 3 times a day for 2 or 3 hours a day. So you can
Right.
go to the yard, you can pick, choose if you want to go to the yard. You can stay in, watch TV, play cards, or, it's no... Now, maybe some of the other camps are built like that, like close custody, but not the one that I left at.
Right.
Nah, it's not like that. It's not that bad.
TV.
I wouldn't go, but it ain't that bad.
Right, don't go. Don't go.
Yeah, don't go.
Don't go. So the stuff you see on TV, people go to jail and then they kind of find religion.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, did that kind of happen to you a little bit? Did that help you out in there?
So
or?
I'm gonna tell you, I was on some shit that whatever was gonna get me out my dorm or my cell, if they had Hanukkah, if they had more signs, I was going to the Muslim service, I was going to Buddhist services, I was going to Native American services. So I had got to a point where I kind of wanted to learn why people believed in what they wanted to believe in. So I started going to Islam services and started learning a little bit about that. Started going to Rasta services and started learning a little bit about that. And it started off just to get out the room, but then I got interested and started, liking it.
Yeah.
But it's different. I actually went to school in there for anthropology.
Say it again.
Anthropology
You went to school
in prison.
for anthropology. And that's something I never knew. What is anthropology? I never knew that about you.
The study of human cultures and religions and pretty much the origins.
So you're a pretty smart guy.
When I want to be.
You just made one dumb mistake.
I made a dumb decision, paid for it the first time,
Yeah.
and came home and decided that that's not where I wanted to go again.
Right.
And
you
made
learned
a choice, yeah.
You learned a lot in there.
I learned a lot. I grew up in there.
You know, I had an uncle tell me one time, he said, you know, he was gone for 10 years. And he came home and I came to see him. He didn't quite, you know, recognize me because I had left and went to college. You know, it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
And he said, nephew, you in one institution. I'm in another institution, but they're both institutions of learning.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't know what he mean for a long time with that, but the more people I talk to, you know, I started to understand, and, you know, Unc probably had a different kind of learning system.
Yeah.
You know, he probably do. Sometimes I think he'd rather be in, you know, than out.
Yeah,
You know?
less stress. I mean, you know, but the one thing I say, it made me a hustler. It gave me that being in prison is what gave me the hustle and the drive that I have now.
Right.
As far as doing different shit to make money.
Right.
Cause in there, you know, I had a support system, but financially, you know, I didn't really ask for nothing because I know they had their own stuff going on to tend to. So I learned how to play cards. I learned how to gamble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I learned how to hustle clothes. I learned how to fight up in there on some.
As they say,
pay me to take care of something.
Yeah, in church you learn, as they say, you learn how to make a way out of no way.
Right. So I learned how to hustle, and coming home, it was kind of easier. It was easier to hustle. I ain't had to hide it, you know.
Right.
But I just hustle differently now. So yeah.
Yeah, so you know, most I know we said we're gonna stay away from relationships, and you could dive into this as much as you want to or not want to. But you know, during those years of 17, 18 to 25, 26 is when most people learn the dating game. Because you know, they're on their own, they start meeting people with no guidance from their parents or their friends and dating. How did that affect your dating life, or did it affect your dating life?
Hell yeah. Going into prison at 17, I had girlfriends, but we wasn't dating. I see you in school, and you know we go together.
Right.
You know, but coming home as a adult, I had to like learn that shit. Like dating is different. You have to worry about them too. You get what I'm saying? You have to. I don't know. It was just different. Like
You had one make you cry?
Oh hell yeah! I don't have my heart broke now.
You had your heart broke?
You
had your heart broke?
Hell yeah!
You was crying?
Was I crying? Probably was. I know I lost some damn weight.
You couldn't eat?
I lost some weight now. I lost some.
How long was
you?
you?
I got fired.
You got fired?
I got fired. Wasn't sleeping that night. Couldn't go to work and perform my task.
How long was you and this young lady together, man?
Shit, about 5 years.
So y'all dated for 5 years.
5 years.
And then she broke your heart.
Man.
Got you fired.
Well, I probably broke my own heart, and she dealt with it. She handled it the way she seen fit.
Right.
And I think my heart was broke because she wouldn't come back.
So you knew what you wanted, but you wanted a little other stuff too.
Still out there messing around, shopping around.
Yeah. And she ain't had time for that.
Nah, I guess enough was enough. Might have forgave him one too many times.
My boy couldn't eat.
Yeah, boy, I was losing weight. They
Best
talking about,
workout
you looking
plan.
good.
Best workout
they talking
plan.
about, you looking good, and I'm over here about dead. I ain't ate shit.
Best workout plan ever. Heartbreak.
Want to lose weight, stress me out.
Oh man, damn heartbreak.
Yeah, they talking about, boy, you over there looking good, losing that. Boy, I'm over here stressed fuck out. Hurt, ain't eating. Y'all talking about looking good.
Don't even want to talk to the boys.
Right, get out my face. I'm ready to jump off on you.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Right, bro. Yeah, it was a bad place.
Yeah. So as long as I've known you, you've been an entrepreneur, been a hustler, like you say. You've been in the cars, rebuilding cars, working on cars. You got a love for cars. You got a love for motorcycles. You got a love for your daughter. And now you're in this new venture that I never would have expected you to be in. You kind of landscape guy. And I was like, BJ, what? Landscape? What? How you get into that?
So the landscaping thing was my daddy's creation. He I think and that started when I got locked up. Once I got locked up, like my dad, like my best friend, so we do everything together. So when I got locked up, I know it affected him to where we wasn't fishing and hunting like we used to. So he got into a hustle to keep him busy, and landscaping is what he did. And he actually liked cutting grass, so he got into it like full time. And my thing was when I came home, I was gonna help him. But then I'm so everywhere else trying to catch up with life. I wasn't thinking about cutting no damn grass.
Right.
And I don't know what the hell. Oh, what got me into it, wanting to do it like full time was I was cutting my yard. The lady next door asked me to cut her grass. That's all right. And then a lady across the street asked me to cut her grass. So there's 2 yards that I got that quick. So, I don't know what it was. I just started buying equipment.
Yeah.
And then I started posting it on, little social media, and it just took off from there.
So
And then I actually enjoy it.
You actually enjoy cutting grass.
I do. I throw my headphones on and my little drink cup, and I ride.
As a child, I couldn't stand cutting grass. And now you actually enjoy cutting grass.
I couldn't stand it. That's why I know I'm getting old. I couldn't stand cutting grass now. I look forward to cutting grass.
Yeah.
It's like an art now.
Yeah.
It's like
I
art.
can only imagine. Well, I appreciate you because, you do a hell of a job with my yard. And I know I don't have time a lot of times to do it. And it's good to have a good yard guy to depend on.
I appreciate the business.
So if people in Greensboro, you venture outside of Greensboro?
I do.
Yeah, so I guess they can hit you up.
Yeah, Monster Cuts Landscaping.
Monster Cuts Landscaping. It's the name of the
It's the name of it, yeah.
You got a phone number you like to share with them? Or
I got my personal number that I use, but if you send me a Facebook, LaBrian Davis, I will respond.
Your Instagram?
Yeah, but I can't remember the Instagram.
Yeah, I was like that for a long time.
I can't remember the Instagram. Right. I just know Facebook got my name on it.
You do any TikToking?
No.
Okay.
Nah.
I like a little TikTok now. The kids have got me into it.
I mean, I have a TikTok account where I scroll and be nosing on everybody else's stuff, but I probably ain't never posted on it.
Oh, you got to post that yard service on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot trying to keep up with social media, with my job anyway.
Well, life is a lot because you drive trucks too.
Yeah.
You're a truck driver, landscape guy.
Yeah, hustle man.
Yeah. How you like driving trucks? I'll be out there asleep.
You know what? I hate driving, but it's honest work. It's good money when you got the right thing going.
Right.
But hey, it's honest work. I don't mind. I can't stand sitting in nobody's office. So trucking to me is just getting to see the world.
Man, I was working from home one time.
That shit.
And I thought that was going to, I was like, yo, I'm going to make this quick hustle. I'm working from home. I could do this for a long time. Man, I was asleep so many times. BJ, I called the people. I was like, hey, y'all, it's best that we go ahead and sever this relationship. They were like, what? You firing us? I was like, man, I like to do a good job for people, and I'm over here sleep on this phone. I can't do it.
I can't sit in the house and try to work, because as soon as I hear something on TV, I'm on it, and dog come in want to play, I'm going to play. I can't do it.
Or if I didn't finish the motorcycle from the night before, I'm going out there trying to figure out how to do that.
Like, just sitting in the chair going to make me nod off.
Right. Well, what's been one of your extreme challenges throughout life? Seemed like prison wasn't really a challenge for you. Because you overcame it and you came out doing some stuff really good, hustling on, you know what I'm saying?
One of the challenges is...
Was love a challenge for you?
It was at one point. It was because I don't think I took it serious.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like, whatever, I'm going to have fun, do what I want to do. But then when you start hurting people when you start hurting people because of your choices, then you kind of look at it differently, like, damn, I know how I feel now, so maybe I don't, I don't think I want to hurt nobody like that.
Well, did you, I remember a situation where you kind of got yourself hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, using love.
That right there.
Using love too for a long time. I can't remember how long it was, but
it was some years.
Using love for a long time.
Yeah, I ran into a bad situation with an ex that You know, we was back and forth. But at that time,
So she was your ex, but y'all was still dipping.
yeah,
Dipping
she
and
was my
sipping.
ex. But she was no. At the time, we was together, but it was kind of rocky.
The gray area.
Yeah, it was the gray area where we was just like, we probably broke up, but I'm gonna wait for you to do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I'm not gonna be the bad one,
Right.
so I'm gonna wait for you to do it.
So both of y'all really liked each other.
Yeah.
Really didn't want nobody else to have the other
Didn't
one,
nobody else
but
have
didn't
her,
really want to be.
But didn't want to be the bad one to say I'm the one that's done.
Yeah.
So, but you know, that situation the night before, we was just hanging out and having dinner, stayed over there, and then the day after that is when I took a turn. When I'm calling and I'm thinking like, you all right? They say I'm sick. I'm gonna probably take a nap. So I know at the time that she had like a sickness that would you kind of got to keep on check.
Right.
Diabetic. So by me not getting the answer, I'm thinking like, damn, I hope you ain't passed out over there.
Right.
So
you concerned?
Yeah, I'm concerned.
You concerned because
not
she
that
not
I
responding.
even thought that it was nothing else. It was just that I'm thinking like, damn, was you all right?
So if nothing else, you being an
More
ex-boyfriend,
concerned, yeah.
true friend.
Because I know they ass will pass out.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, you ain't answering. I'm
Let me
going to
check
check on you. So I go over there and see a light on. I'm like, damn, well, I guess they up. Because I know they don't fall asleep with the lights on. I go up the steps and check. I hear some movement. I'm like, yeah, I yell through the door and I hear a yell back. So,
So what you yelled through the door?
I open this motherfucking door. Open this motherfucking door.
Hey, what you get yelled back?
What you want? Fuck you mean what I want? I want you to open the damn door. So I say open the door. So I hear him in the background say, don't open that door. Don't you open that door.
Oh, man. So I know your feelings are got
I'm like,
hurt.
oh, shit.
You done heard my man in the
Yeah, I
background.
heard him in the background. See, when I walked up, I heard some laughing and shit. I'm like, oh, y'all motherfuckers having a good time over here. So I say, all right. So I yelled at the door, but the crazy part was I stopped arguing because after going back and forth 2 or 3 minutes, I'm like, yo, fuck this shit. I already know what it is now. So I'm like, fuck it. That was kind of I'm done. That was my key.
That was your
the
closing
reason.
moment. That was all you needed right there.
That's all I needed. And I ain't gonna lie, I was cool with that. I was hurt, but I wasn't mad to the point where I'm like, the way the crime looked, I wasn't mad about it like that.
Right.
So after I was like, you know what, fuck you and him. Like, I'm about to go home and go find me some cheeks that I've been wanting to hit, that I've been, and I'm gonna be wide open with it.
Right.
So, but I turned my back, and before I could leave, I gave it a little mule kick, like a little bullshit ass mule kick.
So you barely kicked the door.
Yeah, I was walking off, and I heard him in the back, so I was like, fuck you, bam. And the goddamn door flew open. I said, damn. So when the door flew open, I did what anybody would do. I turned around, looked aside, wanted to see who it is.
Yeah.
And all I seen was fire. Motherfucker turned into World War III in there.
Man.
So the first shot, I could feel it go past me and it hit the wall. And the second shot, but by the time we started shooting again, I dived over the counter and he caught me in my back. And then he shot again, caught me in the arm. So I hit the ground and I don't know if he was gonna shoot again, but I know she kind of pushed him.
Right.
I looked up and seen her pushing him away. And so he ran outside. And I'm looking like, God damn, for this nigga to come that strapped, you done told him something about me.
Right.
So, but I get up, I walk to my car with my truck. I light me one up. I drive to my parents' house. I call my homeboy, tell him like, yo, I don't got pop, finna go drive home.
Yeah, like how do you?
Yeah,
like people don't know you, but you like so like nonchalant.
Yeah, yo, man, I don't got shot. I'm finna go to home. They was like, you for real? Yeah, I got shot. I'm finna drive to the house real quick. So I let a couple people know what was going on. And I went to my mama and daddy's house. still smoking. And this was the first time my mama let me get in the car. I'm talking about I'm blowing it down because I know.
With a joint.
I know.
With the reefer.
Yeah, I know because I know I'm finna go to jail. Like, I know this is finna be a charge.
Right.
Just because the door flew open. So I know it's finna be a charge. Like, if nothing else, I knew when I left the hospital I was going to jail. So I figured I just go in there high. I was going there high. So, man, yeah. But that's what, I went to the hospital. They did emergency surgery on me. And I woke up in jail.
Well, how did your mother react? You remember that when you got to the house?
So, yeah, when I got to the act, I mean, you know, so my dad answered the phone when I called. Because it was like 2 in the morning, about 1:30, 2 in the morning. So my dad answered the phone. And the first thing because he be up watching movies and shit. So I said, well, mom, man, he said, she sleep. I said, I just got shot, but I'm okay. I said, I got shot, but I'm all right. So he said, what? I said, I just got shot. I kind of gave him the rundown what happened. But I said, I'm all right, though. I'm all right. I'm on my way over there. Right. So when I got there, they sitting in the damn car. Car ready. Warmed up. Ready. Yeah, they ready. So I jumped straight in the car. Well, we stayed 2 minutes from the hospital. So they took me straight there. I walked in, then told them what happened. Yeah. They shut the hospital down, you know, gunshots and shit. Right. They shut the hospital down. But yeah, that was it. Wow. That was something.
Yeah, I remember talking to you, man, and I was like, BJ, you all right? You know, I'm concerned. And you was like, yeah, man, got shot. I was like, who tells people like, yeah, man, got shot, man. You know, shit. I was like, man, nobody but BJ.
Yeah, it was wild. The shit shouldn't have happened. You know, thinking back, knowing that the damn relationship was probably about over, I should have just ended the shit. Right. You know, just should have ended it. And we could have both moved on and probably could have still been cool at this point.
Well, see, stuff like that, and like you said, your incarceration time, people don't really put that together. They think about what kind of job, or how can they get a job. But the things that you encounter at that age, you probably would have encountered during those times. And then you wouldn't even have to have encountered it at your age, because now, you know, you much more laid back, cooler, and you know what I'm saying? You ain't really thinking about that kind of stuff. You just enjoying life and enjoying whatever ladies you seeing now or whatever it is.
Once a lot of these guys out here running around doing all this crazy shit hadn't got caught yet. Right. A lot of them hadn't got caught yet, so they don't know the repercussions that's gonna come. Yeah. They don't know how easy it is for them to add them numbers up. Like you would think that, okay, I'm gonna go rob this store right quick. And I'm gonna go rob them, and not thinking I'm gonna go rob this one store, but there's 5 people in here. Now you just tallied up 5 armed robberies. Wow. That's 5 years apiece.
And you ain't even thought about that.
You ain't even thought about that.
You know, I ain't never know it worked that way.
That's how it worked.
I thought it meant like, you know, armed robbery, you got fought for that, you just got armed robbery.
Hell nah. If you go rob a person and it's 3 people in the house, you just got 3 armed robberies.
Yeah, I never knew it worked like that.
Yeah. They don't think about it. Also, now if you had a felony somewhere down the line, now you're a felony with a gun. That's 10, 15 years. Right. You know, or 5 years if the gun is, you know, you ain't never did nothing with it. It's 5 years. You're looking at about 5. So it add up so quick. A lot of you guys who ain't never been caught for nothing major don't realize that.
Yeah, I'd have never thought anything like that. It's just one for me.
Hell no.
You know, just especially not ever being involved in it, just hearing stories. You know, so when you didn't mean to kick the door in and you woke up in jail, what kind of charge did they give you for that? Crime of passion?
No, they gave me a fucking terrorizing charge. Like terrorizing. So I had to get it dropped down to a terrorizing charge because at first they tried to give me a burglary charge. A burglary charge.
Because the dough came over.
And it was after midnight. Anything after midnight is burglary. Anything before that is breaking and entering.
I don't know, but that's crazy.
That's crazy. Anything before midnight is a breaking and entering. Anything after midnight is called a burglary. Home invasion. because now you have more of a chance for somebody to be in the house.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's now it becomes a burglary or home invasion. So they gave me that charge. Well, that was what they was charging me with, and by me and her having a pass, it was also they tried to give me a damn what was it? Terrorizing or some shit.
They tried to get you with a stalking charge?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a stalking charge. It was like, what was it? Terrorizing, I think. It was some crazy shit they named up, and I was like, how the fuck? I'm getting all this shit. I just got pop shot. Like, how the fuck am I getting charged with this? So,
And it started with you going over there
to check on her.
And make sure she was okay.
Like, they tried to light my ass up.
So did she have any say in the charge?
So she did, and you know, that's the crazy part, like, because she knew she was wrong. So she came to court, told her part, and they actually started dropping the charges.
Right.
It went from burglary, because burglary charges carry a nice little charge. Burglary is like a 3-4 year charge.
Oh, wow.
And by me having a previous record, everything I do is gonna be the high end.
Right.
Anything I get charged with is gonna be the high end. I'm not a first timer, so it's like, you know, the high end. So that's why they was trying to go so hard on me. Like, they was trying to give me like 4 years.
Wow.
But they wanted me to take 4 years, but I wouldn't take it, so it dragged my court for like a year. Then we had COVID, and it dragged some more. So they eventually came at me with try to give me like a year plea. And I was kind of to the point where I was like, shit, I might have to take it. But like I said, she actually played a part in getting them to drop the shit and giving me to probation. So instead of a terrorizing charge, they what did they give me? Hell, I can't even remember what the charge they gave me, but it dropped it down to probation.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah, because they was trying to make it seem like I kicked the door in
and
with
ran
the
up in there
intent to harm her and shit like that. And you know, she told him like, shit, he ain't even had no gun. If I was going in or some shit like that, of course I would have a gun or something. But you know, it was a mistake. I kicked the door and the shit came open.
Yeah. So y'all done apologized to each other since then, and kind of somewhat made up, but not made up.
Yeah, it was like, you know, we apologized and kind of ain't no need to sitting around here beefing and trying to avoid each other.
Right.
The shit happened.
Both of y'all good people.
Yeah, you did what you did, I did what I did.
Yeah.
And you know, let it go with that.
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, let it go.
You know what I'm saying? You had some obstacles, you've overcome them, and still been on the up and up, you know, positivity. You know, your dad had an encounter one time. I don't know if you want to go into that or not, but...
Oh, yeah, Django.
Yeah, your pop had an encounter. I was, you know, because that could have went like a whole nother way.
Whole nother way.
You know what I'm saying?
So what was about a year or two ago, about 2 years ago, he at the gas station on a Sunday morning going to get some change to give my mom for church. So he went in there to go buy a pack of cigarettes and come out the gas station, and a dude kind of was blocking his door. And it was like, yo, I bumped your door. I didn't know if you want to see it. So my daddy looked and said, nah, I don't see nothing. Dude was like, yeah, it's right there. So my daddy he out in the car at this point. And he was like, nah, it's right here, not the paint off. So my dad opened the door back up, and the dude tried to reach in there with a taser. Now my daddy, he keep his shit. So the dude pushed him into the car, pushed my dad into the car, pushed him into his gun. He lit his ass up.
Oh, wow.
So my dad closed the door on him while his arm was stuck in the door, grabbed his gun, and shot him a couple times. And dude tried to, he got off. He ran off, got in his car and drove off. But
they find him?
Yeah, oh yeah. He had to turn himself into the hospital.
He had to go to the hospital.
He had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, he had to go to the hospital.
He had to go. So once he went to the hospital, my dad had called the police and all that. So they, questioned him and had it on camera. And
so ain't nothing happened to you?
Nah, ain't nothing happened to him.
After that, self-defense.
Protect yourself. Hell yeah.
Well, it's a wild world out here, man.
Crazy.
That we living in. I'm glad that your father came out of that situation pretty cool, because I know y'all worrying your mother and his wife to death.
Man, and you know what's so crazy? Now he on go.
He ready.
He on go, holstered up.
He got to protect it. He got to be ready all the time.
He ready at all times.
Yeah, he got to be ready at all the time. I mean, you can't really blame him, man. You go through something like that. Just going to the store on Sunday.
On Sunday morning, like 7 o'clock.
Right.
So, and it's the store you go to every day.
Every day. Probably have been there later times when it was dark and nothing happened.
Don't been there all time of day, ain't nothing ever happened.
But on
before.
Sunday morning,
Sunday
my
morning.
man tried to rob me.
Right, with a taser.
With a taser.
With a
I wonder
taser.
what kind of charges he got. Was that
So
attempt
you know what the crazy thing was? They locked him up, and I believe that because of what it looked like on camera, he told him that him and my dad had got in an argument out there. They was arguing, and my dad pulled a gun out and shot him.
That's crazy.
You're right.
On Sunday morning.
On
the
a
way to
Sunday
church.
morning. But this same dude, a couple months later, attempted to rob the bank on Bessemer and get caught.
So he out. He was just out for
He was out.
He was out.
He was out on bond.
Yeah.
And get caught robbing the bank on Bessemer and get caught.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right. So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
he locked up now.
Yeah. I think you might be my most adventurous friend. You know, I don't know, like stuff seems to find you
Right.
or some kind of way. You know, like the other day, somebody stole your pickup truck.
I don't know what the hell going on, man. My baby.
And that's the truck you used since you started doing, cutting your lawns and all that stuff.
Right.
And somebody stole your pickup truck with your big Grimsley helmet on the back of it.
Right. And I feel like I know who did it, but like I said, I can't prove it.
Right.
I can't prove it, so I don't want to kirk out. I don't want to go back to prison over it. I just cut him off.
Right.
I just cut him off.
See, that's a difference. That's a
Yeah.
change. That's
Cut 'em
a growth in your life. Because back in the day,
I'd have got him.
you'd have went over there and said,
Whole shit on fire. Everything on fire right by now.
right, where my truck at?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But like I said, all the evidence to me kind of goes towards him, but I can't prove it, so I can't act on it.
Have you seen him since then?
He tried to talk to me a couple times, popped up. I ain't answered the door one time. I was about to sleep. But the second time, I was in the living room, so I answered the door. And he was trying to talk, but the way he was knocking on the door was kind of like he was hoping I didn't hear it.
Right, kind of faint.
Yeah, it was like real, like he was hoping I didn't hear it. But I was sitting in the living room at the time, so the dog started barking.
Right.
But yeah, he ain't acting right. So I kind of feel like it's him, but like I said, I can't prove it.
Yeah.
Can't prove it, so I can't really do nothing.
You just took me to my next thing, man. You a dog lover too. Since I met you, I don't even know what year we probably met each other.
Back at the old Rush days,
Man, was that 2005 or something like that?
whenever the Rush opened up,
Yeah, 2005.
Behind
It's been
Cookout.
20 years, BJ.
they had a cookout. It's been that long?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's been 20 years that we've been kicking it and acting silly. But you've always, how many dogs have you had in 20 years? Like me, I've had 2 dogs. One passed, I got the other one. You know what I'm saying? I had 2 dogs in 20 years. But how many dogs have you had in 20 years?
I'm finna sound like DMX. Lisa, our kids. Oh man, I don't had shit. Chaos. I don't probably had about 6 dogs.
6 dogs. You'd have had more than that.
I've had probably about 6 dogs.
Because I can remember you having 3 at one time.
Yeah, Chaos. I've had her. Gucci. Hold on, let me keep counting. I had them 3. I had my Sharpay. Damn, I forgot about him. Jax. Pote. Damn.
Too many.
So I'm gonna say 8.
8 dogs.
8 dogs.
In 20 years. Now, you a dog lover. Chaos ran away for 2 years and came back
Yeah,
home.
he ran away. He came back, looking like he ain't never left. And I had him for 15 years. So I've had him through multiple dogs.
Yeah.
From Chihuahuas to Cane Corso.
And you had cats too.
Got a cat.
Man.
That's the lion killer.
So BJ's a lover of animals,
Yeah,
a lover of cars, motorcycles. Man, where your motorcycle at?
Oh man, that one was still in the garage. Still in the garage.
We gonna have to pull that thing out, man. But I know
Right.
it's football Sunday, so we decided we're gonna have a little talk before football Sunday, y'all. But the game plan for today is to watch football because it is football Sunday. So BJ, thank you for coming on the Homeboy Hangout, man. I appreciate you coming.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, and we'll have to do it again, but next time we'll probably have to sit at a round table with a few more of the fellas and whatnot.
Good time. Good
Yeah.
time.
All right, appreciate it, man.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
It's a vibe right here.